So we're dealing with molar concentration, and I wrote molar inside the little square brackets to remind you that that's what it means, molar concentration. The little square brackets mean concentration of whatever's inside them. So we're looking at page 98, and I'm looking at example 1. Now, what you really want to focus on for all of these is the first half of the chapter taught you how to convert. We're still converting. That's really all we're doing here. It's just that we're figuring out what unit they want. So in this question, it's mass of NaOH in grams, and we're figuring out how to get there from what they gave us. So they've given us liters and molarity. And we know that we have this relationship. This is the new relationship we're working with. So if I have liters in molarity, I can find moles. If I have moles and the formula, I can go to grams by going grams per mole. So you're still using your mole highway. It's just that we're sort of adding to it a little bit. So to get started, I'm going to use this part. And I know I want to get to moles so that I can use my conversions to get to grams, because I know that on my chart that I could go from moles to grams. So I'm going to use this, which means I'm going to cover up what I want, and it tells me that I use molarity times liters. Now, remembering that molarity is moles per liter by definition, I can also use that. I know I have to multiply them because liters and liters have to cancel out top and bottom. Whichever way you want to look at it, whether you want to use that or whether you want to use the units to guide you, what we have to do is go 3.50 liters times 0.200 big M, but I'm going to write moles per liter because they're the same thing. And that's going to cancel out my liters, but I'm not done because I want grams. So to get grams, I want grams on top. I want to get rid of my moles, so I put those there. And I know that I can get grams per mole from the periodic table. Now, if I want to find out what NaOH weighs, then I'm going to have to look at the individual pieces. So this one is 16. This one is 1. And I'm just drawing a blank on what sodium is for a second, so I'm going to look it up. And sodium is 23. So 23 plus 16 plus 1 gives me a total of 40 grams per mole. So I'm going to use that here. Now my moles cancel out. I'm going to be left with grams. So now I just run the calculation. 3.5 times 0.2 times 40, and I should end up with 28 grams of NaOH. So you see that this kind of a question, you're just following the units. You can go with a basic method the same way we do in physics. What are they asking for? What do you have? How do you get there? So instead of using a formula like we would in physics, we are making a highway where the units cancel out and leave you with the one that you're looking for.